Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana. I am an accountant. I'm an accountant who loves makeup, and on this channel you would find makeup videos, you will find beauty videos as well as finance video. Today's video is going to be a finance one, and it's going to be on how to shape your spending habit so that you can live within your means. A lot has happened in 2020. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people's income have been reduced drastically. I mean, we've been used to certain ways of spending, and from now on, we're going to have to adjust how we spend our money. Whether you're still in a job or you're looking for a job or you've partially got a job, everything is got to change. Everything is got to adjust. And if you are interested in learning how to rethink how you spend your money, or in learning how to change your spending habits, then this video is for you. So stay tuned and keep on watching. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 ways to shape your spending habit. The first way is to consider what truly matters to you. I mean, forget how you used to spend in the past. From now on, think of what truly matters to you. For example, as a woman, I mean, if you think about beauty, hygiene, bags, clothes, there's a lot of things that we think about as a woman, or as a man. It could be cars, whatever it is that you does, that exist in your life, or you enjoy doing. It's now to kind of think about what truly matters. For me, I love makeup. I couldn't care less about clothes. Clothes are just like a by the way product for me. It's things that are essential. But when it comes to makeup, I love makeup. I find joy in makeup. So for me, that is important. I used to care about bags, but because of my love of makeup, bags had to go. So you have to consider what truly matters to you. What are those top 3 things, or even just one thing that really matters to you, and just abandon the others or reduce your spending in the others and just focus on that one. And then it's easy for you to kind of decide how to spend your money. The second way to shape your spending habit is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Some people live on debt. Some people live on credit cards. They live on loans. They live on things that you cannot begin to imagine. And if you look at them, what they're wearing, what car they are driving, and you decide to tailor your life according to theirs, you will fall into trouble. So the best thing to do is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Like I said in my first point, consider what truly matters to you, and just live by who you are. It doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter what you carry, it doesn't matter what you have, as long as that's what makes you happy. That's what truly matters to you. You find more contentment in that than comparing yourself to others. The best way to get into debt is to be comparing yourself to people. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to stay true to yourself. Be only concerned in what you care about. Do not look at other people. Do not compare yourself to anybody. Do not care what they are wearing. Do not care what they have. Just stay contented in what you have. Stay in your own lane. Mind what you have and preserve what you have. Take joy. Be happy. That's what matters. It doesn't matter how little, how big. It's just how happy you are. You can have as many things as possible and still remain unhappy. That's because you're looking at other people. But if you have what you have, you take delight in what truly pleases you, is the best way, to live your life, to live a fulfilled life without comparing yourself to other people. And that brings me to my third point. Buy only what brings you joy. You need to establish and decide what brings you joy. If I were to buy shoes, it does not bring me joy. I have 4 pairs of shoes. I mean 4 pairs of shoes, a black one, a white one, a gold one, and a navy blue one. And I match that with all of my clothes. But what you will not see me repeat is my eye makeup. Is always different, because for me, that's what brings me joy. I don't care how many shoes I have. I don't care, where I have to go with the shoes. I don't care how many people notice that I have 4 pairs of shoes. It doesn't matter to me. It truly doesn't matter. What makes me happy when I'm dressing to go out, what truly makes me happy is my face. Dressing this face is what truly makes me happy. So it's very, very important for you to identify what makes you happy. What do you delight in? Do you delight in having different kind of clothes? Do you delight in having different kind of shoes, different colors, different ranges? If that's what makes you happy, stick to it. But narrow it down. Just Identify what truly makes you happy and stick to it. If you like drinking, if that's your way to go, then so be it. But just do what makes you happy so you can live a contented life. The fourth way to shape your spending habit so that you can live within your means is to stop buying seasonal goods. Stop buying things that only last 6 months in terms of fashion. Stop buying specific summer clothes or specific winter clothes. You can dress in such a way that you layer your clothing. So you have, like a lighter cloth underneath, and then a warmer clothes on top of it. But just make sure that all the clothes you buy, you can wear in every season. It has to be multi-seasonal. It cannot be something that lasts or is fashionable for 6 months, and after that 6 months you can wear it again. Stop buying seasonal goods. Buy something that lasts all year round so you don't have to keep on wasting your money. The fifth way to shape your spending habit is to niche down your interest. And what I mean by that is, for example, I love makeup. But within the makeup, I actually love eyeshadow palettes. I don't really care what foundation I put on my face. I don't really care so much what lipstick I wear or how much it costs me. I'm not really, particular about that, but I am particular about my eyeshadow palette. So within makeup itself, my niche, what I really enjoy the most within makeup is eyeshadow palettes. I don't spend my money on any other thing. I can buy £5 foundation, it really doesn't matter. But what does matter and brings me joy, what I'm happy, what I look at, what I play with in my downtime, makeup therapy or whatever, it is my eyeshadow palette. So you've got to niche down your interest in whatever you like. If you like, for example, gaming, narrow it down. Do you like Pokemon? Stick to that Pokemon. Don't go on, spending your money on 10 different games or whatever it is that you like. Just niche it down. If you like shoes, for example, do you like stilettos or do you like wedges? Just try and narrow it down. That way you still enjoy what you like, but you are limiting your choices. You are limiting what you actually spend money on while still maintaining the joy that you take in that particular thing. So it is a way for you to kind of reduce how much you spend without feeling like you are depriving yourself of something you love. If you narrow down your interest, you niche it down, you can pinpoint the exact one, the best one that brings you joy, and just stick to it. The sixth way to shape your spending habit is to identify your vices. What are those things in life that matters to you? What are those things that you kind of take delight in? What are those things that you spend your money on? What are those things that brings you daily joy? If I use myself as an example, I love makeup, I love perfume, I love bags. But I knew I couldn't love all those three things equally. So I had to pick one, and I pick makeup. I mean, I was the type that I used to have. There's no color of bag that I didn't used to have, and I just loved bags. I used to love perfume so much that at any particular time I had perfume that could last me 2 years. All that had to change, when my love of makeup increased, because I knew I couldn't spend money on those three things. You cannot maintain lots of vices. You can't be the one to love shoes, bags, clothes, love holidays, love cars. You will go bankrupt unless you have unlimited resources, which is all fine. But if you have limited resources, you've got to narrow down your vices. You've got to pick, something out of those vices, the best one, the one that you cannot do without. And you would have to either reduce your spending in the others or actually stop spending on them. So stick to one. So the only thing I stick to right now is makeup. Any other thing, all of them, the spendings are reduced. I still love perfume, but at the moment I will buy only what I need, or try and buy, as cheap as I can. Go to places that will sell perfume on outlets, at reduced value. But when it comes to make, because that's what I like, that's my one vice that I've stuck to for over 2 years now, and that's the best way, to shape your spending habits, to make sure that you're living within your means. You can still enjoy those things. You just have to enjoy them in limited ways, by identifying your vice, the top one, the one that you want to choose to spend your money on, the one that will make you happy at any particular time. My seventh and final point on how to shape your spending habit is to make sacrifices. You've got to learn to make sacrifices when your resources are limited. opportunity cost, you have to learn what that means. You know, you have to make sacrifices. You cannot have everything. The only way you can avoid making sacrifices is if your resources are unlimited. And if your resources are unlimited, oh, congratulations. But for those of us that our resources are limited, we make sacrifices. You downgrade your supermarket, you downgrade things, you know, you stop buying branded goods. That's the way to make sacrifices, you know, in order to manage that limited resources that you have. No human being has to have everything. You don't have to have everything. Depriving yourself of one thing or the other that is not so useful in your life is not going to be the end of the world. No, not at all. You can make do with some things. You can live without some things that don't really matter to you. Just decide which sacrifices you want to make in order to be able to still enjoy your life, in order to be able to still enjoy or indulge in certain things that you love. Just make sacrifices. If you used to have takeaway 5 days a week, cut it down to 1 day. It's you know, it's not like gonna be the end of the world. Learn how to cook foods. If you like food that, you know, a particular set of cuisine, learn it. Learn how to cook it yourself. Make the sacrifices. You know, your life doesn't have to be over. You don't have to give up everything in order to live within your means. It means you've just got to adjust. You've just got to narrow things down. You've just got to make the sacrifices. You've got to be willing, you know, to give up some things or limit your purchase of some things in order for your resources to last longer. Those are the 7 tips I have for you today in order to shape your spending habits and live within your means. Obviously, there are, you know, there are more than 7 ways in which you can shape your spending habits. So let's just quickly go over them one more time. So the first one was for you to consider what truly matters to you. And the second one was to stop comparing yourself to others. The third point was buy only what truly brings you joy, taking us to the fourth point, which was to stop buying seasonal goods. And the fifth point was to niche down your interest. Number 6 was to identify your vices. And finally, the 7th point was to make sacrifices. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. There's more to come on my channel. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.